That was a really difficult case this week. What did everybody else think?
Wasn't really. Not if you put the work in it.
Welcome. Now, everybody's seated. It's nice that all of you could be here today. This PBL session is particularly special. It will be the last session together as a complete group.
Why is that, Mr. Seth?
It's Dr. Seth! I've got a PhD and my cycling proficiency. Now the reason this will be the last PBL session is because next week one of you will call in sick. Judith. Moving on, did we decide on a chair last week?
I think Judith is going to chair Dr. Seth.
She can very well now.
Oh, what about food?
I brought some bread.
Bread?
I brought something to drink for everyone.
Is that just water?
Yes. Student fees were going up, you know, and snake bites are $2.30.
Well, I think I can make this work.
Thank you, Matthew. Okay, but we really do need to choose a chair. Nobody's going to volunteer? This happens every week. It's really childish. Well, then we'll see who's chosen.
Mary, you will be the chair.
That's you, Mary.
Okay, but who would like to scribe?
I scribed last week.
Oh, come on, guys. Matthew, what about you? Mark, go on, do us a favor. Look.
John, you will be scribe today.
Fine. John, instead of using that tablet, why don't you just use the flip chart at the front like we normally do?
Come on now, we're not at Sunday school anymore.
Okay, so who would like to read?
Do we have to read it again? I mean, it's the second session.
Excuse me? Who's the chair? That's right, me. So we'll do things my way, thank you very much.
It's no wonder she's a virgin.
Tell me about it.
What was that chit-chat?
I said, maybe we should take a paragraph each.
Fine, I'll start. Back in 1998, Jimmy Bowles, aged 42 years, was playing a game of tennis. After he missed the ball yet again, he was puffing and panting and stopped for a rest. He said to his partner, "Gosh, you know, I can't hit the ball the way I used to." His tennis partner said, "Yes, I agree. You are slowing up a bit. You're looking a bit pale, you know. Maybe you should get a checkup."
Jimmy goes along to see his GP, who examines his conjunctiva, commenting,
And the GP said unto Jimmy, I agree, you do look a bit pale. Tell me, does the devil's liquid spew forth from your unholiest of holes? And Jimmy looked up into the doctor and proclaimed, Yes, now that you mentioned it, doctor, I wondered why that was. And the GP spreadeth Jimmy's cheeks, and he looked at his anus, and he saw that it was good. And so it was wrote in Jimmy's notes that he was a sufferer of inflammatory bowel disease, preferentially ulcerative colitis.
Okay. So how would you manage this condition?
Would you maybe use DMARDs?
Demons? Do you not think he's got enough of them in him already? They're spewing out of his buttocks, for Pete's sake.
What?
Nothing, Peter.
well, anti-inflammatories keep it at bay, but there's no real cure for this kind of thing.
Of course there is. 2 sips of holy water a day, with a Lord's Prayer for a week. Not it?
Well, that's certainly not what Dr. Who said in his lecture.
Dr. Hoos is a blithering imbecile. Don't listen to a word he says. Drunk bastard knocked me off my bike once.
Well, I was thinking we should adopt a more radical
Yeah,
approach
yeah,
in this
you're right.
case.
Was that surgery?
No! Exorcism, with neogen blessings to prevent relapse.
Did you read that in Davidson's?
Corinthians.
Okay, so what about follow-up?
I think you should follow up with routine colonoscopy.
That's unnatural. If God had intended a camera to be up there, he would have put it up there.
Honestly, you can't trust Wikipedia for these things. So on that note, the free bus is in 5 minutes.
Well, I feel that we've just started. We could cycle.
Not in these hills.
Okay, well, I am happy with how today's session has gone, and though if we'd had more time, I would very much like to have drawn a table, or maybe perhaps a Venn diagram, or a flow chart, or something. But anyway, next week's case. A 16-year-old female presents to you in distress. She is 3 weeks pregnant and seeking an abortion.